Get started, I guess. Let's see if everybody is on. Yep. Okay. Exciting to see 3+ PV checks, on this call. That's where the real deal is in building the business. So we're again delighted to be back here and a little nervous to speak in front of Kulin and Meena and all the leaders here. But whatever little bit we want to share, we'll share our thoughts here. Our message, is very simple tonight. I was thinking, what should I talk about? Bottom line is, a lot of the points were covered on the regular call about consistency and everything, but I wanted to talk about two things: power of focus and power of spoken words, how it has personally impacted us in building the business to the level at which we have. And, because we didn't focus on that, we could have, we didn't reach where we should have reached, both ways, right? So anyway, Crams and Thena launched in the business by Visu and Chellam, part of Raju and Nisha, Suresh and Sandhya, and Kulin and Meena's organization. Excited to see all the 3+ PV checks here on this. First thing I want to talk about is Kulin, I think a week, 2 weeks back at the PACE meeting, he talked about, hey, you should go double eagle Ruby and you will make 100K. And sometimes I was thinking, we have heard this double eagle Ruby so much, it has become a cliche. I want to spend some time on, Kulin has done it, so he's speaking it. Sometimes if you're at 1000 PV, 1500, 2500 PV, it's hard to see double eagle Ruby, 12 PV checks. And, man, when am I ever going to get there? So you never even make an attempt. So my thing is, think big, but act small. So the act small, you need to be first understanding really if I give you a piece of paper, can you draw it out and know, am I really going to make 100K? And I'll tell you from our experience, we were not founders Ruby, but half the year we did Ruby. And when we did Ruby with I think we paid about 9 to 10 PV checks. Okay. And we made close to 100 guys. Okay, we made close to 100. And that's not double eagle Ruby. Double eagle Ruby is like system legs, 12 legs. We just had 9 PV checks. That's all. So that's a difference. And we're going to talk about that too. So really, I want you guys to get excited about how that 100K can make a difference. And some of you, you might be making 200K, 300K, but still that's a 50% raise. When are you going to get a 50% raise on your thing, So I want you guys to really get excited about it. But unless you can draw it on paper and see it yourself, that there is money, that's when you'll get excited, So that's the first thing I want you to do. About thinking big, but acting small. Let me talk to you about that is, first, in my humble opinion, you're not building this business if somebody does not have 3 legs. How can we say that we're building the business and we don't even have 3 legs? Okay, I'm not talking 3 PV checks, 3 legs. So that's where, if you're working with your downlines, that's where it should start. Is I tell everybody 3 legs, 3 legs, 3 legs. That should be the mantra. What we keep repeatedly speaking about to our team is what gets duplicated. And so that's all we keep talking all the time is 3, 3, 3. So once they get the 3 legs in, okay, next, hey, they should easily, as an upline, it's our duty to make sure that it's converted to PV checks. So don't go for 3 HTP legs, in my opinion, because that's a tall order for anybody. Okay. So our goal right now, okay, I'm going to talk about goal setting, but so first 3 legs, 3 PV checks, then 3 system legs, not even honoring the partnership legs, 3 system legs. Are they showing up at PACE meetings? Are they showing up, different associations? Okay. That's all. If they can do that, hey, they're getting there to be the HTP legs. And finally, 3 HTP legs for sure. So have those, little steps so you can guide your downlines to go take those steps, not for the tall order of straight 3 HTP legs, right? So next thing is, how do you get to that is you have to focus on BFI and BBI. So our goals, and I'm talking about all of us, outside of our Q12 business, our goal is to have BFI done this June 30th. We want to get the BFI done. So one is, like Sid always talks about, you don't want to just be this Anthony Robbins syndrome, teach, but you want to be a doer. And that's one of the things I always learned from Sid was, they are doers. Then, every time they're always having launches, something or the other happening. We showed the plan for them one time and they said like they had a personal prospect and he's getting launched. I was more excited for you than than anybody else, So like that's where it is, right? So we have made a commitment by June 30th, we will have BFI done outside of it. So it doesn't have to be a pin that you're recognized for, but each of us have to take those baby steps. So for us, the baby steps is, how hard can be to launch 3 legs and put that. So focus. So that's where I'm coming to is how do you get this done is power of focus, guys. Tremendous. And see, in today's fast-paced world with too much technology, you're overstimulated by technology. We are becoming scatterbrained, in my opinion. Too many things has taken up your time. Back then, I don't think we had that many distractions, but there's too many distractions right now. So in a day, your productivity really goes down because your mind is all over the space. Okay. So that's the first thing I want to talk about is the power of focus, especially from our personal experience, how, we have been able to, in pockets, I'll tell you, our journey to platinum, ruby, and sapphire, I'll talk about those 3. But before that, I'll tell you, if you master the power of focus, you will get more things accomplished in less time. And it'll improve not only your business, but every aspect of your life. And seeing a master sit next to me, okay? I'm getting there, but she is unbelievable. The kind of things that she does, whether even, I'll just give you, a quick thing here. Workout. I always find excuses why not to work out. She, we'd have like 15 minutes and we have a major event to go to, something, right? In that 15 minutes, she wants to go work out. And I'm like really looking at her in disbelief. Am I really listening to this? I have to get evening, something I have to go to. I'm like, no, can't work out right now. I have so many things to do. And she, in that 15-minute gap, she pushes it in. So you have to control your time. You cannot expect like, oh man, if I have the next 3 hours free, then I'll do something type of thing. So you need to learn how to become more effective in the time pockets that you have. And when she's going to talk, she has a lot of stuff to talk. When she talks, seriously, I want you to cover the timer thing that you're doing. That is really effective. And I'm planning to adopt that also pretty soon. So what does really focus mean? Taking all your mental energy, not just time, your mental energy, and putting into some task that you're going to do intensely, and the result is going to be tremendous. Okay, whatever that goal that you have, no matter what it is, you will have tremendous. And you guys have heard about 80-20 rule, right? In many ways, if you look at it, you can get done what you get done in a day in 20% of the time. And that is so true. We waste too much time. Me personally, if I think about what I did yesterday, sometimes, man, there's pockets of time that nothing got done. Okay, so really, focus. So let me talk to you about how you bring this into our business, our journey to platinum. I don't remember exactly what PV level we were, but somewhere in the 600 to 1,000 PV level. We go to California, meet our uplines, get fired up. We got married, newly married. Man, we just come out fired up. We want to build this business, right? It was very well, remember, I came back like Jan 15th or something. Jan 15th to May 15th, May is when we started qualification. There's 3.5 months from Jan 15th to that time. Explosive action, guys. And I'll tell you, unbelievable. I mean, we were out there. This is all we did. Ate, slept. Of course, we didn't have kids at that time. This is all we did. And I don't know where people came from. I don't know what we really did. We didn't do nothing perfect because we didn't know much to do anything perfectly, but we did. Man, we would have goals. We will not come back without 3 contacts. And in Lubbock, on a weekday, you go to the mall, it is dead. And those guys started wondering, are these guys here to shoplift or something? Because again and again, there's only 3 aisles that you go to. We're going again and again to the same, and these guys are giving us weird looks because there's no customers there. Only the people who are working are there, and they're giving us weird looks. They're not coming into the store, but they're just, looking, going. But you know what? We would, even till 10:30 at night, we would do. I was thinking, how did we do it? We soared somewhere, but the results came somewhere. But bottom line, we exploded. I call it explosive action. This business works like magic anytime we put in explosive action. Not like, okay, I'll do 10 plans. Kulin said 10 plans, I can get into GoGetter. We are into the minimum mentality thing. If you really want the big bang for your buck, the time that you put into this business, you want the rewards. Honestly, what I would do is explosive action. You cannot do it for too long. I would take a 90-day pocket. We went to Dubai for spring break, man, for Ramadan, 30 days of fasting. Everybody mentally, they were getting ready. I could see that from the shops to everybody is getting ready. So you need to get ready, fix your time. These 3 months, I'm going to do explosive action. So, I mean, you cannot do it for too long. So I'm not going to say like start today or tomorrow. You decide, can I put aside all my distractions just for those 60 to 90 days? I'm going to go and define your explosive action. What are you committed for? I remember back then ours was 3 contacts. We had to come up with numbers at that time. That took us to platinum. Same way when we went Ruby, we had some intense customers, this, that. I mean, unbelievable action we put in, and same thing to go to Sapphire too. And those are the times we had growth. And when we didn't do that explosive action, we didn't grow. So that's a message I want to give you guys is focus in pockets of time, taking some of the tips that she's going to give you, and that will do it. And the last thing, after she finishes, I'll come back and quickly talk about how power of spoken words and being optimistic also helped us. With that, to you, Dana.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kulin and Meena, Suresh and Sandhya, Raju, Nisha, everybody. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We don't take this lightly. Like you said, it does get a little nervous, right, to talk to the achievers. Because you all are, people that have shown results, and, you want to move from this point to the next point. So what do we really tell you, right? So that's where we were discussing. You obviously know how to work because that's what has got you here. But, what you require is a little bit more of whatever you did so far, right? So, just a little bit motivation. But so since he kind of touched upon the focus, I'm just going to, push away some of the other things that I wanted to talk about, but I'm going to just, focus on focus, I guess, right? So you just have to feed what you need to do, like feed your focus and starve your distraction. Now, this, you have to do it intentionally. Now, this word, I don't have to tell you one more time because that's what we have been talking about is being intentional. You got to starve your distraction. For that, you need to identify both. So what is that you go to feed, list it out, and what is it that you're going to starve? Because do you know your distractions, by the way? Are you paying attention to your distractions? Because they can kind of creep on you. You would probably don't even know they exist, but they will, look at it. And I'm going to give you some techniques to do which I do, so what actually eats away your time without your knowledge? You want to know that because time is the most precious commodity, guys. That's not going to come back to you. That's how you pay for everything. If you really look at it, you're not paying money for everything. You're actually paying time to get what, if you kind of, put a little bit of thought into it, you'll understand what I'm saying. It's not going to come back. So you need to know where you're investing your time wisely. But anyway, so feed your focus, starve your distraction. Your future is going to depend on what you do today. Like today, really, your calendar, if you open it, that will dictate how you're going to be next 2 months later, right? So today will dictate your 2 months in the future. Focus on the hurt. If you focus on the hurt, you'll continue to suffer. But if you focus on the lesson you're going to learn, then you'll continue to grow. Because in every hurt, there is going to be a lesson. A lot of us kind of focus on that hurt, we just hurt ourselves, and we just, suffer just thinking about it. Just forget that, just intentionally focus on the lesson that you learn from every single thing that happens in your life. You will continue to grow. So it just depends upon where you're going to pay your attention. Your attention has only, you have only so much attention, right? So you're going to divide it into pockets and you're going to spend it on different things in a whole day. So where are you going to spend your attention? That's what is going to grow. So you decide where you're going to spend your attention. Today, you write down. Every morning, in fact, I ask myself, and I would ask you to do the same thing too. What will I pay attention today? What is the most important thing on my agenda today? What am I going to accomplish today? Whatever it is for your business, ask that question in the morning so the whole day your day revolves around getting that agenda completed. The next thing is, you have to focus on being productive instead of staying busy. This is a big one, right? So everybody kind of feels good about, having the calendar, booked and everything. But no, what, like Kulin just mentioned, you get paid for productivity, not for how many, streamings you listened or, how much book you're reading. They all are going to help you. But at the end of the day, what is your productivity level? If it doesn't help my business or my growth, it's out of my schedule. Can you say that? Whatever it is that you're listed up. If it doesn't help my growth or my business growth, or of course my family time, it is out of my calendar. People, a lot of times, they say I'm prioritizing things in my calendar. No, you put only those that are already prioritized in your calendar. Then your calendar will be very, very productive, maximize every single minute of it, right? So, and also focus on the journey, not the destination, because you're going to learn a lot. You're going to become somebody through the journey. Of course, destination is important because that's where you're headed towards, but your focus should be on that everyday learning that gets to your destination. And focus on repetition of the habits, not on perfection of that habit. When you repeat those habits, automatically it will get perfected. It will get tweaked if you're doing huddle, play, huddle with your upline. But the repetition matters the most. Okay. So as you repeat those habits, tweak a little bit along the way so that the productivity comes out. Okay. So don't worry about, okay, if everything is perfect today, then I will start doing something today. No, it will become perfect once you start doing it. Now, review to help you focus. Let me cover a couple of things. What can you do? Review your goals twice a day. So just not that morning that you talk about, right? In the middle of the day, sometime, instead of getting, kind of pull your thoughts together again, back in place and review it. Okay, am I on track? Am I still going to get the biggest, thing accomplished for today? Pull yourself again together in the middle of the day sometime to do this. Now, some of the things is 2 things that you focus on every day. One is your goals, which is the destination, right? You kind of put it in your mind, put it out there, but more is in your everyday activities. So you list them out. Okay. So for this, I'm going to talk about something called Einstein window. Okay. Am I saying this right? Einstein window. Okay. I don't know if you've heard of this. Okay. So this is something that increases the productivity very much. What it is nothing but it's a time of the day where you can get most of your work done, and it's your peak productivity period. It is different for different people, by the way. For me, it's the morning, and it was night for me before. I was like, I used to say I'm a night person. I'm not a morning person. Everything. I started becoming a morning person. So for me, my peak period is the morning. So for everybody, there is a peak period. So what is the point of identifying? First is identify your peak period. Where are you producing the most? First, identify that. It is about 4 hours, I would say, 4 to 5 hours. Once you determine your peak period, then you make a list of, you protect the peak period. Okay, what does that mean? In that peak period, do not allow any distractions, that your distractions, whatever yours is, you have already listed them out. Don't allow those distractions to occupy that Einstein window. Never. Do not allow it. It can happen after that window, but not in that window. Now that is done. Now next, make a list of things that you would do in your window. So whatever you want to be productive at, right? So it's not reading the book, listening to this. No. We're talking activities at that time, right? That is your peak performance period. So you log in all of those activities that's going to produce results for you that day in that window. So you get the most out of that. So this is one. So for this, you need to make a list of distractions. The time has to be done. The list of things that needs to be accomplished has to be done. So this is completely intentional, guys. It's like a homework for you. Okay. Trust me, even one day you practice this, you will see you have produced more in that one day than the last whole week. I have done this and I know it works. Okay, that's one. The next thing that I've been doing lately, like after this, you perfect it. Who said it? I think GoGetter said it, right? So you first create the habit, and then, once you start doing it, you start perfecting the habit. I just loved it, and that's the way this is going to work. So this was the habit that I created. Now, to perfect that habit, what happened was I'm doing the Pomodoro technique. And there are just names for these techniques. I didn't know. I'm just going to give it to you so you can Google it and if you want. But this is pretty much what it is. It's 25 minutes of solid work with no distractions and 5 minutes break. So you're breaking your 5-hour window into 30-minute periods, right? So the first 30 minutes, 25 minutes, you do something without any distractions. 5 minutes, you take a distraction break. You can do whatever you want, check your email, blah, 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 whatever is your distraction, you do that only in that 5 minutes. Then wrap it up. The next 25 minutes, get to work, the next part of whatever you needed to do. Now, what I have been doing is putting a timer on my phone, and I've been doing that. And it actually works so well for me, because even in the middle of that 25 minutes, he would call me. It's just like, what do you say? Sweet nothings call. Sometimes he'll just call just to say hello, just to talk. And I'll be like, I'm so sorry. I'm in my window right now. 25 minutes is not up. This is not your time. Hang up the phone. So he'll be like, okay, tell me when I should call you. So I will give him that 5-minute window to talk. But anyway, it's just, kind of taking it to it just happened. So I'm just, sharing it with you. But do not allow anybody to grab your Einstein window. That's the point, right? So, but anyway, so that increases your productivity. Guys, if it helps you. Now, again, you cannot keep doing this 25, 25, 25, you'll be drained out, right? So after 25 minutes, which is about 2 hours, you take a 30-minute break. And that's when you get to do whatever you want to do, just you decide. But the bottom line is, if this 5 hours window will accomplish more than anything that you can think of, that you are capable of, you surprise yourself. You will surprise yourself. I did myself. I was like, man, I could accomplish this. And what was I do? What happened to the last so many years? I felt like, oh my God, so much time went, for waste, but not anymore. Save every single minute, guys. It's yours. It's yours. Protect it. Okay. And I guess, that's what you wanted me to share
and,
here.
I'm not going to talk about, in the interest of time, we'll do it in another time. I just want to end with this one thought though. A lot of activity with no focus on goals will lead you nowhere. You can do enough activity, but you don't know what goal you're working towards. It will not lead you anywhere, So I would strongly recommend, ask yourself right now, do I know what my monthly goal is? This month you're working on May right now. What is your goal that you're trying to accomplish? And then work on your activities. Then you will have sweet productivity on that one. Okay. With that, we're done. We would love to have Kulin and Meena close it out. Okay, back to you, Kulin. Thank you for the opportunity. Appreciate that.
No, nothing much to say. You said it all, So guys, just follow what Krams and Thenanga, they're talking out of their personal experience, guys, So use it, try it, I love it, the way you all growing, This is the team I'm counting on to be at the achievers, All of you can do it. Just keep the, activity at the highest level and just speak it, and just let's get it done. God bless you all. And we'll see you at the next month GoGetter. Bring somebody new with you. Okay? Awesome. Great job, everyone.
Thank you, Siddhan Roop. Appreciate the message. Thank you, Kulin and Meena.
Yes, absolutely. No, awesome. Awesome. Let's keep growing, all of us. Okay? God bless. Okay.
Thank you, Kulin and Meena.
Thank you very much, Kulin Meena.
No, thank you.
Thank
all.
you, Krams and Tina. A lot of nuggets to learn more from you.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, Helen. You keep moving fast. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm doing my best. To be honest.
God, you got the
My
best.
best.
method. You
No
have the best
excuse.
Awesome. Awesome. Proud of
Thank
Good
you
night,
so much.
everyone.
Thank you, Kulin Meena. Thank you, Krams Tina. You guys rocked. Amazing. Thanks so much, Sidru. Absolutely. So looking forward to spending some great time at the Seven Springs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to. It's going to have a lot of fun. Awesome.
Tina, for amazing training. Thank you, Krams. Thank you.
Raju,
Tina.
let Krams know what the dress code is, okay? You can apply your responsibility.
Kulin, this is
Absolutely.
Kulin.
Especially he needs a lot of time to prepare. So Allah on the dress
Kulin,
code.
this time it's a rainbow shirt, Kulin. All colors in.
All the color.
Some of you don't know it.
Love it. Yeah.
Oh boy, we're having a lot of fun,
So, Krams, until you go Emerald, you're gonna get all this.
I know. He's working hard.
No, we're getting it done, Meena. No questions.
Yeah, once that's done, we will transfer it to Jagan.
Yep.
Yes, I
Yeah, they're right behind us.
think I'm ready for that.
And Hardeep and Jagmeet are right behind them also.
Awesome, guys. All right, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much for your
Good night,
time,
everyone.
Grams.
Thank you.